congratulate and compliment Quest for organizing this insurance annual Insurance India Summit year after year, regularly. This is the fifth one. And I am fortunate to be associated with such summits in the past as well. And I have observed that the subjects which are discussed here by the eminent panelists are really of relevant. And there are a lot of takeaways for the participants after attending this summit. So let me welcome you all for this fifth annual Insurance India Summit. To begin with, let me give a background of how India is posed to be a superpower in the coming years, how the insurance is going to play a dominant role in the development of economy. And in digitization, what are the various challenges, how the life and the non-life insurance companies are taking digitization forward, and where are we likely to reach maybe 5 years down the line. India is well and truly on the path of transformation. These sweeping winds of change, socially, culturally, economically, and technologically, have been so pervasive that they have swept all segments of society with them, leaving none immune. As the old adage goes, change is the only constant. Nowhere is this more visible than in India. The country is collectively crossing new divides and surpassing expectations on a daily basis. Whatever it be, the record-breaking launch of satellites, building of world's largest solar power plant, or our tech startups receiving record funding, it is evident that the country is on the cusp of significant change and is poised to be the next great superpower in the coming decade. Much of the change has been propelled by the rising middle class. As incomes rise and awareness grows, the country grows more confident in its outlook and demands responsiveness from its government. Technology has acted as a catalyst in this engine of transformation, providing a platform and enabling the rapid dissemination of ideas. And government and institutions have been forced to take cognizance and respond in kind using the same technology that acted as a bane for them in the first place as a boon. Although the increased adoption of technology has endangered challenges too, such as cybercrime, privacy concerns, the benefits far outweigh the shortcomings which would have existed in a different contour in its absence. The insurance sector is in the midst of a digital revolution as well. Insurers are providing customers with innovative technological tools such as mobile apps, web aggregators to compare and purchase insurance plans at a mere click of mouse. This has resulted in a wider customer reach, better information dissemination, enhanced operational efficiencies, and an improvement in process-based administration of business. The key to this transformation has been the rapidly increasing internet penetration in the country, coupled with ubiquitous smartphone usage. We have seen, especially after the impact of COVID, even the schools have started to teach their students online. The combined might of the internet and smartphone has prompted many traditionalists to jump onto the digital bandwagon. It is evident that going digital is the way forward, and the key to this revolution will be data and algorithms, which when combined will modernize underwriting, commitment pricing of products, and of course, claim settlement, and in the process, the customer satisfaction. Let us just reflect a scenario a couple of years back. I remember in 1995, when I made a claim of my Fiat car for getting an amount of just 10,000. It took me 1.5 months. And still I was happy that at least my claim is settled. In 2005, when I filed a claim for my Honda City, I was glad to receive it within 20 days. Still I was happy. And today, if my car meets with an accident, I expect my claim instantaneously. Is it possible to receive a claim within minutes? Has the insurance industry evolved out of traditional mode to cater to today's customers or to the millennials who are looking at instant service and more contextual and personalized solutions? The moot question is whether the industry today is equipped to reach out to the hugely untapped potential that India offers. Today, the industry is embracing digitalization and transforming the way business is done. It has affected all the areas of operations of the insurers, including employees, customers, and the business partners. Most importantly, it has helped us to address some of our major challenges. One major challenge faced by the insurance industry is always the distribution, because mostly the insurance happens through distributors. Although online insurance penetration is increasing now, but still the percentage may be hardly 1%. Now, how do we transform the distribution? A weak distribution network and inability to penetrate into tier 2 and tier 3 cities was one of our biggest challenge. The brick and mortar model did not prove to be feasible in terms of cost effectiveness after a certain level. Digital infrastructure and rise in mobile connectivity in the country offered an opportunity to reach out to these areas and offer solutions and spread awareness about this subject. At present, insurance penetration like policy issuance, transactions like policy issuance, renewals, claim settlement, claim intimation, claim processing, addressing the clients through mobile, employees and business partners armed with smartphones and cashless payment solutions are taking insurance to customers' doorsteps. A complex array of product offerings and long processes involved in making a claim have also been a deterrent when it comes to instant purchase in India. The digital revolution changed the way customers make purchase decisions to buy a product and paved the way for insurers to simplify this process to offer simple, customized, and digitally integrated products. Today, insurers are in the process of de-jargonizing products and simplifying the underwriting processes using advanced automation machine learning, and strong analytical capabilities. Considerable progress has been made in offering motor and travel insurance solutions to customers on an online or mobile platforms. These products can be easily bought and renewed by customer either online or via a mobile device within a couple of minutes. Going forward, we should aim to create flexible products that fit customers' needs and allow them to tailor the product according to their requirements easily on the go. For example, if a family is looking at a home insurance cover as protection against burglary and malicious damage for the duration when they are traveling or are away from their home, they could tailor the product to their requirement for a price that fits their budget, make a comparison of the benefits, and make a purchase straight away in few easy steps. The use of big data, proxies, and risk engines has enabled insurers to deliver simple solutions. Motor claims are now being settled via tablets. Claims within the range of rupees 20,000 or maybe 50,000 in case of some companies can now be settled within 1 hour. In the near future, big data and technology will help us further empower our customers by allowing us to provide a platform through which they can settle their claims on their own and receive the payment instantaneously via mobile applications. Most importantly, digitization has enabled the industry to provide customers with touch points that allow them to make a purchase or look for a solution in real time, anywhere, anytime. The aim should be to transform the entire customer experience and make it digital with no manual intervention. Internet of Things, IoT, as it is said, and its application to the insurance industry is also equally important. IoT opens up major opportunities for us. Internet connection is in nearly every type of customer device will result in huge implications for the insurance industry over the next couple of years. It will help us to improve business practices and better assess customers' risk levels. Most importantly, it will help the industry move from reactive compensation to proactive prevention. For example, integration with IoT devices like telematics in the car, health fitness trackers, and internet-based home security devices will help the insurers provide usage-based insurance by tracking the customer's activity and subsequently offering discounts and other rewards for healthy and safe behavior. Low disposable incomes and poor awareness have traditionally been the reason behind the meager offtake of insurance in remote rural locations. Microinsurance and coverage of hitherto untapped risks can be the driver behind increased insurance penetration and closing the yawning protection gap. This will undoubtedly have to be supported by more robust marketing and awareness campaigns on the part of insurers. In addition, changing consumer behavior in terms of price sensitivity and a growing propensity to use smartphones for any and every transaction will force insurers to restructure their existing offerings and establish new distribution platforms. New emerging risks will demand more attention from insurers. The world is in the grip of technological revolution. 3D printing and nanotechnologies, autonomous vehicle telematics, health apps, and the Internet of Things are just some of the ideas which have already started gaining traction within the global community and the insurance community as well. It is estimated that these technologies will achieve scale and start becoming widely adopted within the next decade. Very recently, many private life insurance companies have joined hands to upload the death claims, which are early death claims, on a particular platform which is very robust, so that every insurance company comes to know if a claim has been reported for any insurance company. Secondly, if one insurance company gets some material fact which is important while settling or non-settling of a claim, then that is also uploaded on the site or on the platform, and thereby every other insurance company comes to know about it. And all the insurance companies will have uniform decision of either accepting the claim or repudiating the claim. Now, this is something which has evolved very recently, and except I think LIC, most of the life insurance companies in the private sector have joined hands. The next is the low-cost products have become increasingly popular across the world and are set to gain traction in India as well. We have seen that the term insurance, in case of life insurance, has been gaining popularity year after year and even day by day. Actually, a company like Aegon and a few more are more on selling term insurance plans than the traditional, conventional, risk and savings oriented plans. With foreign reinsurers in the process of opening branches in India, Indian insurers shall have access to abundant reinsurance capital along with alternative capital for their risk transfer needs. This shall have a direct impact on the Indian insurance industry, which will feel emboldened in carrying out its business expansion and capital investment plans. With rising disposable incomes, technological advances, and vast untapped potential, India has stood out as a bright spot in the global landscape. The world's fastest growing major economy is poised on the threshold of a bright future. With renewed thrust by the Government of India towards self-reliance and financial inclusion through digitization, through Jan Dhan, JAM as it is called, the insurance sector is set to act both as a catalyst and a beneficiary. It has been said that the best way to predict the future is to create it. And creating a bright and sustainable future for all segments of our society is imperative if we are to pull our citizens out of poverty. A prosperous and egalitarian India is waiting in the wings. In India, middle class emerges with greater force. Digital media is empowering customers to make informed choices. Previously, insurers did not have direct access to their customers. Today, social media has enabled them to gauge customer sentiment directly and address their needs through products and solutions. It has also opened up a platform to share information pertaining to insurance seamlessly. This technology is giving insurers more and more mediums to influence retention by engaging with the customers directly via platforms like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or even Google Hangouts. In the future, digital media will help us further intensify our contact with the customers and provide them with knowledge and services when and where it is most relevant for them. The future offers bright prospect for the Indian insurance sector. Riding on the digital wave, insurers will harness the power of technology, social media tools, new e-payment models, and distribution channels to reach out to more and more people across the country. This will ensure that the majority of our population has a financial safety net in the form of insurance, so that in the wake of any unforeseeable crisis, nobody has to sell their land, home, or jewelry in order to make ends meet. IRDA has come out with sandbox approach just a couple of years before. Actually, I was working in IRDA at that time when this sandbox committee was formed. And a lot of inputs were given by me because I attended some international summits, and Singapore was one which had implemented this sandbox approach almost 10 years before. So based on the experience of other jurisdictions, we also, that is IRDA also came out with sandbox. And I'm very happy that about 33 different approvals have been given by IRDA under the sandbox, which was open in 2 tranches. And if the experience is good, I'm sure going forward, there will be more and more proposals which will be approved under sandbox. This is the 5th year of this Insurance India Summit organized by Quest. I wish the summit a grand success. The subjects for panel discussion are really relevant, and throughout the day, there will be industry experts and the CEOs and the marketing officials and the IT sector officials who will be interacting with the participants on how the insurance industry can be taken forward, especially in the wake of digitalization. And I'm sure each one of us who is participant here in this conference, in this summit, will be benefited out of the discussions. I thank Quest for giving me opportunity to put my thoughts forward to the participants, and I wish the summit a grand success. Thank you very much.